Things got hairy for them at
You
the old
connect all
Cambridge
these
police
cages to each
station.
other. I got interrupted. I
Not
will
hairy.
put these
Can't
two
be
clips
sure.
together. I'm pretty sure, as you guys
But
will be
I've
seeing
heard
right now,
about the
by a
kind of firepower
clear
those guys pack.
junction.
Couldn't have been
Uh,
good.
all of
They're
the
fine
cages come
now
together
thanks to
in the end.
everyone's favorite vault dweller, who
Oh,
happened
whoops. There
upon
we
the
go.
scene and lent a much-needed hand. Good job
Why am I
surviving out
jumping?
there,
No.
and best of
Why?
luck to all involved
Okay,
in
here we
the
go.
future.
There we
Right
go.
Behind You Baby by Ray Smith is next.
I've been playing this
What
game for
usually
quite a while. This is
explains
still
such
my first
personal
character. Most
space
people
to that man.
reset their game after the first character once they get a feel for it or whatever, and they learn about like legend farming. So I can tell you all how I got those explosive weapons. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 explosive legendaries: a 10mm, a pipe machine gun, spray and pray. Oh dear God. A sniper rifle, which I didn't use because the slow fire rate isn't enough sometimes. Hello, Piper. A revolver. Also didn't use. I mean, it's pretty powerful in one-on-one, but you don't want to be using that in this large group. And of course, the explosive combat shotgun. I fell down. I'm disappointed in myself. In terms of equipment for this, for crafting like this, you are going to want to use intelligent, well, sharp actually, sharp armor. I'm only missing the left leg, so my person has +4 experience off of that armor. Then I have the road goggles from the Mechanist DLC, so if you want to have even more intelligence boosting apparel, the road goggles would work. And right now I have the Newsboy cap, but I want to aim for um, those intelligent combat helmet that you can get from what was that one place called again? I remember, it's in my mind, but I don't. Covenant, yes, Covenant. Yeah, you can buy it from Covenant. So if you want to have the most XP gain and not worry about the most armor, you could even do this at a lower level, because most gear will be like your level. It'll be the first stage of armor. For example, like leather armor, then sturdy leather armor, then heavy leather armor. All you're going to be getting at a low level is leather armor like that. So you're just going to want to, hopefully you can actually get combat armor variants of each of these gears that I have on. I mean, I have, each one of them is metal, but I was like, hey, I'm not gonna care about it whatsoever, yada yada. Why would you want the lightest combat armor? Because in actuality you can make it as protective as you want. You can make it shadowed. I tend to do that to all of my armor because of the stealth benefit, but making it shadowed or polymer, and then with armor making it ultra light. That way you can carry it on you at all times with whatever gear you want and benefit yourself as much as you want by carrying super light armor with whatever armor set you may be using. You get what I mean? Like, for example, I'm using a super heavy synth armor build because nobody likes synth armor. You're gonna want to carry that combat armor around if you want to like turn in quests and stuff. So that's where the benefit comes in. So now the floors, like I said, 90. You can see in my stored items that it's 90 right there. So we're gonna start building these. Why am I putting the floors on after building the cages? Apparently this clips a little bit into the space of each box, each cage a little bit. So you can put the wires first and then put the floors. The wires will tend to not be able to be put if the floor is built. For example, let me show you right now with a couple of flooring options here. If I could get my eye on it. Never mind, we'll do it with the next one. See how it's red right there? Yeah, this is where it would connect normally, but it's being cut into by the floor. So if you were to connect this to anything else, it'd be blocked by the floor. So saving your time now versus like I did, I was building all the floors and then trying to build all the cages, built all the cages and then realized they couldn't be connected. And I was like, well, why can't I? And then I figured it out. There's a frickin' floor in the way. So sometimes it'll show up red like right here. It's giving me some trouble, but you just gotta fix your angle a little bit and then you can start to do whatever you want. Those problems are few and far between, but it's always a hassle sometimes. Going on to whatever this next part is. Yes, this is a large amount of time to do this, but once you do it, you start to figure out how you can do it in other civilizations or settlements. Why do I always call them civilizations? I tend to call them civilizations, and my settlers survivors, because I'm just like in the apocalypse. I don't know why I keep calling them survivors. I don't know why I keep calling them civilizations. I mean, whatever. Just tomato. Oh god, I hate doing this one at a time again. But it's for the good of the people. Yeah, for those of us who have played this game for a while, or like any Fallout game where we loot all of our equipment and we just never sell it, or we loot all of our equipment and sell it, but we still have too much, this is kind of like a counter to that. You can loot them all, you can go to a vendor, you can get rid of whatever spare loot you get from these bodies, and heck, some of it you can store yourself, because like my main settlement is in the Slog, and all of my settlers there have some legendary weapons. Like some of them have weapons that have unlimited ammo, because I don't use those. I'm like, I can just reload. So they have anybody else has like miniguns or automatic assault rifles that are fully upgraded. So so the Slog is my main settlement, but you can use the spare gear that I did the same thing with these guys here. Is I took all their heavy combat armor and anything with a shadowed mod on them, I put it onto that combat armor, and then went from there. So let's check this out. Alright, here's where things get a little bit different. Oh, gotta take this out. There we go. The room where you have your powered door, you're gonna want to take that floor off and replace it with this roof. All will be told in time.
Good news is something often in
You're gonna want to put a power connector.
So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of
them that attaches right here at the very edge.
Diamond City's most effective detective.
Okay, here we go. Now we have to replace that concrete wall we just got rid of.
While details about what happened to him are scarce, I for one am just glad he's back.
Man, I hate fiddling with this.
And if there's any more good news to share, you'll hear it first here.
No, it won't. Why did it fit before? I had it earlier, but something came up. Alright, we'll just change the connector type. If you can figure out a way to put... Oh wow, I got it to fit. Never mind. But we're still gonna need that roof. I could have kept the wall there this whole time, but whatever. Progress, although progress. You're gonna want to put the roof... Oh man, not again. Yeah, you see how it's got a little space right here? You're gonna want to get the wire in there somehow, so that you can still keep this place maximally sealed. Kind of like a preserved wonder glue in a sense. It's just completely sealed off from the world, the content within. This is giving me so much hassle. Just why? Just why? Just why? We'll build the roof first, then put the connector. How embarrassing. All those 7 aces has been undone by a connector. A conduit. A power conduit. Yes, you did it! Alright, so what I did for a home up here was pretty simple. Just put a house. Prefabs. Large house. And from here on, you guys can just do whatever you want. Oh no, nothing more can be built. I'll change it. I don't know. I think I did it whenever there was less limit. I don't know. Something. But. Okay. You're gonna need to build a switch. So, I found one of the best things to do. Is just put a concrete wall. Since my house is missing. And put a switch on it. There we go. You've got to be kidding me. I think I forgot something very important. You're going to want to connect the cage to a cage to the wire of the door. There we go. Time to replace the flooring. I'm pretty sure some of you are smacking your heads going, Aldo, why? Why did you have to tell us that now? But hey, it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. Forgive me, please. Whoa, nothing more can be built again. Whoa, I completely sealed it. Nice job, Aldo. Okay, Mr. Switch. Oh, the switch was embedded in part of the wall. See, sometimes these things give you just so much trouble. Yes, we did it. We did it, people. We did it. This cage has now been completed. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna do that again. We're just gonna put the roof. This place is completely depression. Alright, I know an alternate thing we can do. We can have a trapdoor. Yes, I said it. A trapdoor. A booby trap. And if it fits... Yeah, I figured about as much. You've got to be kidding me. You know what? No, no. I will not stand for this. I will not stand for this. We're going to seal this off one way or another. Frustration. Frustration. Well, that's basically it. No. We have to connect it first. So you want to make sure that the order of connection is proper. You want the power connected to the switch, to the connector, to the door. If you do it from here to the connector, to the switch, to the door, that'll also work, as long as the door is the last connection, because it is connected to the cages. Here's a nice little thing about the door, though. You can just build one on the ground, your base on the ground, come inside, check all the cages, see if they're all locked or not, and if they are, you just come back up here using a stairway, hit the switch, and jump in. No one gets out, no one gets in. You can slaughter in your own privacy, not needing to worry about any settlers coming inside. So, that was my tutorial on how to make this 67 gunner cage.